Good evening. We'd like to welcome you to the proceedings of the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education. It is Monday, June 18. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Grant, if you could take the roll.
All right, Ms. Grant present. Ms. Lewis?
Present.
Reverend Matthias?
Present.
Mr. Ross? Present. Ms. Shockey?
Here.
Ms. Slade?
Present.
Dr. Baker is excused. Dr. Flores?
Here.
And President Faub.
Present. Do I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
So moved.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We have no celebrations, no report of the student rep. Do we have public comment
We do. Well,
for agenda items?
right.
Sorry, we're throwing a lot at you.
We do is for the DDA.
Okay, all right. So,
Can you hold it up? We have Alicia Haven to speak about the DDA approved funding towards the Pocket Park improvements. Hello.
Hello. How are you all?
Thank you.
Superintendent Neal and board, I just wanted to say I am a GRPS parent, longtime parent. I have a daughter at the museum school. She was one of the inaugural class. She's going into the 9th grade at the museum, and we obviously have been following very closely everything that's been happening. I'm very excited about the partnerships that have been developed. Very excited about what is transpiring. I just wanted to let you guys know how much we appreciate. We know what you guys are doing behind the scenes, how much we appreciate the partnerships that you guys are building when you're working on these deals, the extra energy and time that go into that. I wanted to just reiterate to let you guys know that a lot of times we know that we're there too, and we know that you don't always know how to reach through all of us. I'm the president of the parent group there, so we just wanted to put forth out there that we appreciate it. We really want to make sure that you know how much we appreciate it. We're very excited about this partnership, that we're going to have this green space. It's wonderful that they're joining in on this and giving us the funds to be able to do that. We were at the Heritage Home. We were there giving the guided tours there over that weekend and getting people to see, and the community's very excited about it. We were very excited about it. So we just really wanted to express our appreciation to them and to you all to be able to do that. We just had since it was the summer, we didn't have a very big representation of parents coming out to do that, but they were on our Facebook group, and a lot of likes and thanks and wonderfuls. So we just wanted to pass that on and express how much we appreciate the hard work that you guys are doing. And we know that there's a lot more to be done over the summer and a lot more happening coming up with this park, with the school opening up, and that we're here to partner in with you guys and work on that as well. Same with the district as well. We know the district staff are doing a lot of work with it too. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
report, Secretary's report.
Okay. We have the Academic Achievement Committee that is meeting Tuesday, June 19th at 9 a.m. in the auditorium. The Finance Committee is meeting it has been rescheduled, and we will now be meeting Monday, June 25th at 4 p.m. in the auditorium. Please note that the July meeting is canceled. The Ad Hoc Policy Committee is meeting Wednesday, June 27th at 8 a.m. in room 101. Also, we wanted to highlight Movies on Monroe. Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc. is sponsoring the 6th annual Movies in the Park at a new riverfront location with a new event named Movies on Monroe. The popular summer film series will take place at 555 Monroe Avenue Northwest, located along Monroe Avenue just north of Interstate I-96 in the Monroe North neighborhood. Movie dates include June 22nd, July 6th, July 20th, August 3rd, and August 17th. Movies will play on a 400 square foot LED video wall presented in partnership with LiveSpace. Moviegoers are encouraged to bring their own chairs and amenities. However, rental lawn chairs are available on site for a minor fee, as well as food trucks. All events are free and open to the public. Please check out the DGRI website at downtowngr.org.
Great, thank you. Committee chair update. Ms. Shockey, Finance Committee.
Yeah, you did receive my committee chair update at the last board meeting, but tonight, just as we prepare to receive the budget, I would just like to, one, express my gratitude to all of our staff in the finance department for doing the hard work to get us to this point, and two, as the finance committee chair, just express my confidence in this budget as we move toward a vote this evening.
Great, thank you. Superintendent's report.
Dr. Falb and members of the board, I'd like to ask John Hemholt to come forward, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Madam Superintendent, Board President Falb, members of the board. It's a great honor to be here tonight with my friend and colleague here, Tim Kelly, who heads up Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc. We're here really to just share information in advance of a vote tonight on acceptance of this agreement, this grant with the Downtown Development Authority. As you know, when we first started to consider the museum school, that was right around the same time that Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc. Had started to look at their downtown master plan update, also known as GR Forward. And in there, thanks to the vision of Chris Larson and to Tim Kelly, and thanks to the voice of our board president, consideration was given to include K-12 in this. And that included the museum school as well as Innovation Central High School. And as we sought to develop this museum school, the partnership was not just with the museum and with Kendall and Grand Valley, it also included the city of Grand Rapids and our friends at DGRI and the DDA. And so as we approached 54 Jefferson, we looked at what are some of those improvements that we are going to need. And you might recall we needed to purchase that parking lot, so we had some parking nearby, and the city of Grand Rapids agreed to that. But then along with that came a little kind of triangular shaped pocket park. And from that, we looked at what may be some of those eligible activities where we might be able to appeal to our friends at the DDA for some support. And thankfully, just within the last week, Mr. Kelly brought that to his board. The board approved it unanimously. And so they will be splitting the cost of about $100,000 improvements to this pocket park, which is the first of what may be a few additional requests as we look at some streetscape improvements, sidewalk repairs, lighting, some of the other things. But we just thought it was really important for Tim to come here to be part of this, because this is pretty rare in the world of DDAs to be investing in support of K-12. And I think that's something to be celebrated. I think it further exemplifies the partnership, the strong collaborative spirit around how we work, not just around that school, but how this district functions within the community, how the board, your expectations for how we engage with community. And so I just wanted to tee that up, and I'll turn it over to Tim for a few words.
Yeah, thanks, John, and good evening, board members. Thanks for having me. I want to express my gratitude and thanks to you all for allowing us to partner with you on this. As John mentioned, this is a project that is in our strategic master plan and really kind of highlights the partnership that we see as just vitally important to the city, which is, this DDA GRPS partnership. So we recognize the value of having a strong public school system, both in terms of, education for students, but then also as a tool to attract and retain families and talent in the city and community. We hope that this is the first of many partnerships going forward. As John mentioned, we think there's more room for us to participate in the museum school, and hopefully there are other opportunities in the future. So I want to express my thanks to you all, and of course to John and Superintendent Neal for their partnership. And again, hopefully this is the first stop of many. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions or answer anything.
Any questions for Mr. Kelly?
It's wonderful.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks all.
Being here. We have 3 action items, the first of which is the adoption of the 2018-2019 budget. So, is there going to be a presentation? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Oberst.
Good evening again, Dr. Falb, Superintendent Neal, and board members. A week ago at the board work session, we jumped into the 18-19 budget. It had also been reviewed, and at the Finance Committee back in May. And so tonight, we're asking that you approve the three budgets, general operating budget, special revenue, and debt retirement fund that are required by law. These budgets every year, as you know, need to be approved by the board by June 30th. We will need three motions on the resolutions, one for each of the three budgets that are required to be approved.
Do we have any questions regarding the budget? We had lots of questions at the work session, even a question at the hearing, so. With that, do I have a motion for approval of the general operating fund?
So moved.
Support.
Ready, Ms. Grant?
I am. Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker is excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
President Faub?
Yes. Do I have a motion for approval of the special revenue fund?
So moved.
Support.
Any questions? Take the vote.
All right. Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker is excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
And President Faub?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And do I have a motion for acceptance of the debt retirement fund budget?
So moved.
Second?
All right. Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
And President Faub?
Yes. So we have a budget for next year.
Thank
That's
you.
great. So next on our agenda is the second reading for Policy 3660. I'd like to sort of refresh everybody's memory that this came for a second reading at the work session, and there was some discussion about bringing it back to policy to kind of re-look at the local preferences section, which the board can and, may do. But the changes that are made to the policy at this point in time have a timeliness. These are required changes needed to be made by July 1. So I don't know if you want to give a further explanation on that?
Yeah, there's the three changes that we initially, as we brought this policy for the first reading, are part of the new federal uniform purchasing requirements, and they have to be in place as a policy by, as President Faub said, by July 1st. Again, they're minor, and we're more than happy, I know under Sharon Pitts' direction, the ad hoc committee, to go back and consider the other change you'd like for that. But we'd like to get these approved now, because when our year-end auditors come in, and they'll be in shortly and then back in September, they do look at this stuff, and we run the risk of, frankly, getting written up if we don't have this approved by July 1st, which we don't want to do. So these changes are minor, but they are required. Then we can go back and adjust this policy in the near future to address the concerns that came up at the work session last Monday.
So we have approval of a first reading. We need a motion for approval of a second reading of the changes we've already approved in the first. Do I have a motion?
I move to accept policy 3660.
I have support for that?
Support.
All right. Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
President Faub?
Yes. And our last action item is approval of the purchasing agenda. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Support.
Any concerns, questions? The vote?
All right. Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker is excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
President Faub?
Yes.
Terrific. Thank
Guess
you.
we don't need you anymore.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Next is our consent agenda. Do I have a motion for approval of the consent agenda?
So moved. Support.
Ms. Grant, yes. Ms. Lewis?
Yes?
Reverend Matthias?
Yes.
Ms. Ross? Mr.
Yeah.
Ross, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Ms. Shockey?
Yes.
Ms. Slade?
Yes.
Dr. Baker excused. Dr. Flores?
Yes.
And President Faub.
Yes. We have just a couple quick discussion items. One is regarding the renewal of the Michigan Association of School Board membership. This is something this board has participated in decades. I think it's especially important, given the fact that we have new members likely, are for sure coming on, since Ms. Slade and I are not running again. So I don't know if there's any concerns, questions, or discussions around it, or we will assume.
You need a motion?
No,
No.
just a discussion item.
I'm in support. I think it's helpful membership, like I said, particularly with new folks coming on, and for veteran folks. Too.
I think they're getting better. I think they've upped their game
Yeah.
since I've been on there. Certainly, their publications are much more
And
substantial.
the classes are wonderful. Really enjoyed taking the
Been a while.
classes, yeah.
Dr. Baker and I used to go there and give them a hard time, but imagine that.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Okay, good. Looking at the meeting schedule reminder, there's already some changes. Met with the superintendent before this meeting, and we normally cancel the first July meeting in respect for the travel most people have around the holiday. The July 9 work session, the superintendent's going to be in Cambridge for some training, so she's going to be gone. We are going to hold a special work session on the 16th before the regular board member meeting, as well as a very substantial work session in August. So the superintendent and I were suggesting canceling the July 9 work session because those agenda items would be handled on July 16 and in August. So are there any concerns or questions regarding that? So we're going to have a long hiatus between now and July 16, which is my birthday, but I'm still okay with a work session and a board meeting. Got her way.
Way to
Celebrate being
celebrate.
53.
53.
So,
Oh, nice. That's a nice age.
okay, so,
It was, wasn't it?
So long ago, I don't quite remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, we have her son here, so we can verify that.
Order. All right, great. So plan on a very robust work session in August. Plan on a 4:30 work session before the board meeting on July 16, my birthday.
Okay.
And no meeting on the 2nd or the 9th, so. And don't forget about the retreat. So the retreat will be in August, too. So we'll be full agendas in August, so. No public comment? Superintendent's comments?
No comment, Dr. Faub.
Ms. Grant?
No comment.
Ms. Slade?
No comment.
Guess what? I wanted to congratulate all of our teachers and support staff who are retiring this spring or who have retired this spring, and I want to thank them for their dedication and for the work that they've done for our kids. And I would especially like to thank Dr. Gorman's executive assistant, Sandy Harvey, who is leaving us, who did such a fine job on graduations for years with Dr. Gorman. And also, she was so welcoming, and she helped me so much personally when I came on the board. And I'm sad to lose her, but I'm happy for her and wish her well.
Nice touch again. Nice. Ms. Ross?
No comment.
Ms. Key?
No comment this evening.
Dr. Flores?
No comment.
Reverend Matthias?
You know, it is so nice to see our kids utilizing our parks. I go down Martin Luther King, and just to see the lines of kids using the pool and just enjoying being safe, it's just nice. And again, reiterating the hard work of our teachers, and our parents too.
Awesome. No comment from me. Meeting adjourned.